All right, let's review what went on last night in the NBA. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. It's the best way to donate to the channel. Share the video and check out our NBA Talk playlist. And last night, let's start off with Milwaukee, and then we talk about Houston and OKC a little bit later. Last night, the Milwaukee lost 104 to 115, and one of the interesting quotes was, and I'll put this in the description. They asked Giannis, "Did you want to switch on Jimmy Butler yesterday? Did you ask to switch on Jimmy Butler?" And Giannis said no. Jimmy Butler had a career-high 40 points in the playoffs yesterday, and your defensive player of the year is giving LeBron vibes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, I didn't ask to switch on Jimmy Butler, and I do whatever coach asked me to do. So you don't want to take the challenge of defending Jimmy Butler. And what's so funny is this is what, basically me and Nate Campbell was talking about, the former world champion on Lion Killer channel this past Sunday. This is what we was talking about, bro. Like, these dudes in the NBA ain't built the same. Now, I was going to do a video on this topic real quick I'm going to talk about, but I chose not to, and I'm glad I chose not to do the topic because I could talk about it here. Is that I understand why they do the cross matchups now. I understand why LeBron will guard the weakest, or AD won't guard the best, or Paul and Kawhi may not always guard Luka. It's because the basketball has become so beta male, like it's so soft. Kawhi Giannis can easily pick up 3 fouls on Jimmy Butler or Luka Doncic and be gone for the game and not find a rhythm. What people don't understand about basketball is a rhythm. Some dudes need to get off to a good start to be in a rhythm. You know what I'm saying? If they get 2 or 3 quick fouls and they sit out the first quarter and the majority of the second quarter, it's hard for a guy like Giannis to get his rhythm back. A guy like Lou Williams, he used to not having a rhythm. Manu Ginobili, Vinnie Johnson, they can come off the bench or go long periods of time without catching the rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Because they are used to it. Once they see the ball go in the bucket, it's on like hot butter popcorn. Giannis ain't that type of player. So when Giannis got into that foul trouble yesterday, he was never going to find his rhythm again. You know what I'm saying? So that's the issue right there. So that's why you see a lot of cross matchups and guys not guarding the best, because of how, how softly they call in the game. You know what I'm saying? Everybody basically getting superstar calls damn near now. Even dudes that never made all-star teams, you bump somebody, that's a foul. They off-arm you, that's a foul on the defender. So the NBA need to do a rule reform, like bad, because their product is so unbearable and hard to watch. Like, every time you bump somebody, it shouldn't be a foul. Every time, you make contact, it shouldn't be a foul. Every time somebody drives their shoulder into the defender, it shouldn't be a foul. So they do really need to change that up, and it's becoming unbearable to watch. The referees have been the star of the bubble. And right now they don't want to do no defense. What's so funny about it, back in the day, they attempted like 98% less three-pointers, and that's the guesstimation. And they shot less threes, but they averaged more points and played better defense. It's crazy. But as far as him not wanting to take the challenge, that's it's not good. Not good. You know what I'm saying? He said it like he wasn't no problem, but that's the beta male mentality of the NBA. These dudes don't want to take on the best challenges no more. And one thing I like about Jimmy Butler, and he moving up my players list. He win this series, Jimmy Butler gonna be a top 8 player in my opinion. He lead them dudes. Jimmy Butler want to take on the best. Jimmy Butler is an ultimate competitor. Jimmy Butler can play in any era. Jimmy Butler is tough. Jimmy Butler is a throwback player, and he one of a kind. It's not too many throwback players left out there. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Butler is one of a handful of throwback players that's out there as far as the top guys. I think Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard could play in any era. You know what I'm saying? As far as their mentality, maybe physically Kawhi couldn't play back in the day with his low manager, but Jimmy Butler might top that list as being, any generational type player with his mindset and physically what he can do and his durability from day in and day out in the important game. So, for Giannis not wanting to take on that challenge, bro, just let you know, man, like, this your MVP, this your defensive player of the year, but he giving you LeBron vibes. That's some shit LeBron to say. People gonna get mad for me saying that, but y'all know I don't care. All right. So, him not wanting to do that, and Middleton had 21 points in the first half, and Brook Lopez had 19 points in the first half. And I think they had a slight advantage. They had a slight advantage. They had 73 points in the first half, and then Milwaukee had 61 points. I think if it's showing 63, Milwaukee had, and Miami had 60 points. And in the second half, Chris Middleton ended up scoring like 7 points, and Brook Lopez ended up scoring like 5 more points. So Brook Lopez and Chris Middleton not going to be able to get the job done. Now, Eric Bledsoe didn't play yesterday, hamstring issue. I just see Giannis getting up out of there. Let me just cut the bullshit. Yesterday, Miami had the better game. Milwaukee, I never liked how their team was constructed. After a while, I thought Eric Bledsoe was going to be the truth coming out of Kentucky, going to LA. Eric Bledsoe is an average NBA, just slightly above average NBA point guard. Chris Middleton is terrible. All right, you can't count on him for shit as far as on the offensive side of the board game. And when Giannis have a bad game, they don't win. Giannis is leaving that team. That team just don't have enough. Dervinchenko ain't stepped up. I don't know if they still got DJ Wilson from Michigan. He never really stepped up. They don't have no real talent to win no championship, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? No real talent at all. And it's going to be funny if Jimmy Butler tapped that ass, what they going to say about Giannis if Giannis turned around and run to South Florida and join Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? In the Miami Heat. But my whole thing about it is, the Heat got better leadership. The Heat got better scoring. The Heat, can lock down the paint with Bam. The Heat can lock down the perimeter with Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? And they still don't have Kendrick Nunn. He still ain't returned to the bubble, I don't think. Has he? I'm not sure. I don't think he played last night, but let me double check that. Yeah, he played last night. He returned. He didn't really do nothing, but they put Goran Dragic in the starting lineup. He dropped a 27-piece yesterday. So, to be honest, just look at the matchups. I take Dragic over Eric Bledsoe. I take Hero over Chris Middleton, even a young Hero. You want to throw Duncan Robinson there. Jameson Crowder been playing well. Bam Adebayo over Brook Lopez. And they got some dudes coming off the bench. Kendrick Nunn, he was a follow-up for Rookie of the Year. Kelly Olynyk. Andre Iguodala didn't play well every day, but he going to give you some big minutes. Tyler Hero. Milwaukee probably got the better team. You know what I'm saying? And imagine if they was able to get Dion Waiters to walk straight. That team would be even more dangerous than what they are. But, yeah, they got this dope squad. And I expect Milwaukee to win this series, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect Giannis to have too many more bad games like that, but I expect Milwaukee to win the series, though. Heat to win the series. I think they got a better team, bro. Giannis is leaving. Just Chris Middleton and Eric Bledsoe they just not good to get Giannis over the hump. But Giannis will have something to say about it. But Giannis not want to take on the challenge of playing Jimmy Butler. Today's NBA, you call it the LeBron effect. You know what I'm saying? These dudes sound like women, man. I lost a lot of respect for Giannis as far as a hooper saying that. And don't forget, he shied away from social issues too. What's so funny about it is, the Milwaukee Bucks sitting there and saying they want to boycott, but Giannis had some questionable remarks about social justice issues a couple years ago. That's why I laugh at that shit, man. Like, it is what it is. But last night I watched that OKC and Houston game, and basically we could fast forward to the fourth quarter, and people getting on Westbrook, rightfully so. I was listening to the Tom Business channel about it, but you gotta remember this dude missed a few games, due to a hamstring injury, and maybe he a little bit out of sync, but he's definitely not a point guard. I think James Harden's a better point guard than Russell Westbrook. Turned the ball down the stretch, didn't play well last night at all. And, at the end of the day, you want to see why James Harden and Westbrook don't get out the first round. It ain't just because playoff packing P. It ain't just because of Victor Oladipo, whoever else they had. It's simply because, Russell Westbrook ain't no point guard, man. People look at the stats, but he don't know how to run the show. When you look at John Stockton, Mark Jackson, Mark Price, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, and even Chauncey Billups with Larry Brown turned into a great, formidable point guard. Those are point guards. You know what I'm saying? Chris Paul don't dominate the ball. Chris Paul is the last of a dying breed. Chris Paul don't dominate the ball all the time. Chris Paul say, "Hey man, Schroeder, do your thing. Oh, all right. Shea, do your thing. Oh, Gallinari, do your thing." Chris Paul knows how to facilitate. Chris Paul know how to feed the hot hand. Chris Paul know how to get guys going. Chris Paul know how to take a step back, say, tonight not my night to score 20, 30 points. I dish in 10 today, get 10 assists, play defense, and play my role and just feed the hot hand and let them keep going. Oh, you need 30 from me tonight? You need 40 from me tonight? I can do whatever you need. And a lot of you young niggas out here and you young guys out here don't understand basketball or playing the point guard position. Westbrook will never win a championship with his mindset at point guard. Point guard ain't just about attacking from quarter one to fourth quarter. It ain't about that. The point guard position is being whatever the offense needs you to be by being the leader. You know, you pick and choose. Stockton could have went out there and did what Westbrook did and shoot 50 fucking shots a game and take his teammates out the flow. Stockton knew exactly how to control the flow of the game. He know when to pick and choose his spots. Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, they all knew when to do it. Westbrook don't understand that. Even James Harden, he don't understand that. He just understand, let me get mine. And then when it's not going, or when he come in fourth quarter, when things start to collapse and the defense starting to hold on you, Oklahoma City got a good defense. Now, Westbrook and James Harden been dominating the ball so much. They've been going balls to the wall for 4 quarters. Now you kick it out to Devon House. He ain't got no rhythm. Now you kick it out to Jeff Green. He ain't got no rhythm. Now you kicking out to PJ Tucker. He don't have a rhythm. Chris Paul keep all them dudes in rhythm all game. They throw a bone to Steven Adams, Gallinari. Hey, Dolt, you open? Shoot that hoe. He knows how to play the position. You know, people think the point guard position is how Steph Curry play, how Westbrook. No matter you want to. Oh, this is how the new point guards, and that's why a lot of these dudes ain't successful. This is why Steph don't have a Finals MVP. You know what I'm saying? The point guard position is not about scoring, and just being a scorer. Steph is a tool. Russ is a tool. Them niggas ain't no point guards. They just undersized tools. You know, James Harden is a tool. You know, but he just handled the rock for Houston right now. And Chris Paul is who you should pattern your game after. Chris Paul knows how to keep everybody in rhythm. He know how to pick and choose when to kill it scoring. That's how you play the position. Isaiah played it like that. All the greats played it like that. You know, great point guards. And the combo guard is at point guard is just, it's gonna be hard to work. And you people say, "Ooh, Steph won a championship." Yeah, I mean, he won his first one because everybody with LeBron that was injured. And Iguodala saved the day. But the other ones was because, you know, Kevin Durant. And ball movement. They had a good system. Ball movement Steve Kerr implement was great. But last night, I mean, nobody really stole the show for Oklahoma City but Chris Paul and Gallinari scoring wise, but they played defense. Doach played this position. And even Darius Bazley, who came out there, and he done a good job getting rebounds and knocking down the critical 3 in the corner late in that ball game. And Adams did what he had to do was control the pace. So, you know, to be honest, Oklahoma City Thunder played with more mental fortitude. They played with more juice. And they didn't play scared. They playing with house money. Ain't no pressure on Oklahoma City. Nobody expecting them to be in the playoffs. Nobody expecting them to be going to Game 7 with Houston. And really all the pressure going on Game 7 on James Harden and Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook ain't been out the first round since KD left. So all the pressure is on them to perform. And that's what people need to understand. And last time we checked, James Harden don't play good under pressure. All them games, you know, when they could have put Golden State out before Golden State became Golden State, well, he lost the first 2 games because he turned it over in late in the games when Houston could have went up 2-0. Game 6 versus San Antonio when they set Kawhi Leonard, hoping that they get to a Game 7 with a healthy Kawhi. And James Harden went out there and he quit and he folded. Then he went to the liquor store after the game. This set up for Chris Paul to have a mystical, legendary Game 7. You know what I'm saying? It's set up for him to go out there and kill them motherfuckers. He can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. He can show that Russell Westbrook was straight ass juice in Oklahoma City when Kevin Durant left. I got out the first round and Westbrook can never do it. Even with Victor Oladipo, Paul George, and whoever else he had over there. And also I could show James Harden that I should have been the point guard, that you the problem in Houston. So look for Chris Paul to have a legendary night. Look for Chris Paul for this to be his NBA Finals. If Chris Paul don't win a championship, excuse me. If Chris Paul don't win a championship, damn. Excuse me. If Chris Paul don't win a championship, look for this to be his shining moment to really send these niggas to the shadow realm. But I just never really trusted James Harden and Westbrook in crunch time. So, you know, depends. If Oklahoma City, some of their young guys start playing tight, they'll probably lose. But, you know, if they play loose with house money like they've been playing all year with no expectations, don't be surprised. Fourth quarter last night, Harden only made 2 shots. Think he missed an additional 3 or 4 shots or something like that. Westbrook had the ball in his hand late in that game. You know what I'm saying? And they said, well, why didn't Harden have the ball in his hands? And Mike D'Antoni said they was gonna do a switch and get Harden in a better position, but he can't coach at all. It was so funny. If he get fired, he got a job in Indiana waiting on him. We know what that's about. But I don't trust neither one of them in the fourth quarter. 2 of the most overrated players in NBA history, James Harden and Westbrook. But hey, let me know what you think. The Thunder walked away with a 4-point win. Let me know who you think gonna win Game 7. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business question, inquiry, response to your video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App is CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Cash App username there if you missed it. Best donation to make is share the video. Make sure you thumbs up the video, comment. Let me know what you guys think. And don't forget to check out our NBA Talk playlist. And don't forget to check my other channel out, my Detroit channel, Motor City Sports Talk, right here on YouTube. It's another great way to donate. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfella, Goodfella Sports TV. We gone.